Today we're going to use a technique called repeating the pattern to solve a ratio problem. And our ratio problem today is about making perfect purple paint. And it's a perfect shade of purple. We want to make sure that it's the same shade all the time. And that means that every time I mix blue and red paint, which is how you get purple, I need to mix it in a ratio of 3 parts blue, or 3 gallons of blue, to 2 gallons of red. And that's right here. That's the ratio. Okay? Now, you may recall that a ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities, and quantities are just amounts. Okay? So I know that my ratio of blue, and I'm going to highlight this so I can easily reference it, to red is 3 to 2. Okay, so you can see the blue is highlighted in blue and the red in red so that I don't forget. Okay, so I'm going to represent one batch of perfect purple paint as having 3 parts blue, so I'm going to put 3 B's, and 2 parts red, and that would be one batch of perfect purple paint. Let's make it look really purple. Okay, and this would be one batch. Now, every time I want to make a batch, it has to look exactly the same. So if I want to make 2 batches, I'm going to have to add 3 more gallons of blue paint and 2 more of red, and that's going to be another batch. Now let me look at my question. Number 1 says if we use 8 gallons of red paint, how much blue will we need? That means I'm going to have to repeat this pattern so that I have 8 R's, or 8 gallons of red. So let me do that first. So 2, 4, 6. Okay, question 1 needs 8 gallons of red paint. So there we go. And because I have that, I have to make sure I have the same pattern. And here we go. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3. Can you see I have 4 batches of purple paint? This is 4 batches. Okay, now if I use 8 gallons of red paint, that would be these 8. How much blue paint will I need? So let's see, how much blue paint do I need? Let's count. We have 3, 6, 9, 12. You need 12 gallons of blue paint to keep the shade exactly the same, to keep up the pattern. So that's question 1. Question 2, we still have our same 3 to 2 ratio, okay? If we use 8 gallons, oh, that's question 1. If we use 9 gallons of blue, how much red will we need? Well, let's try to figure that out. Okay, I have 9 gallons of blue, so let me do my pattern. Okay, and I have to put my 2 red. All right, I want 9 gallons of blue, so that's 3, 6, 9 gallons of blue, but my pattern has to remain the same. So 2 reds every time I have 3 blues. And how much red will we need? Well, let's see. There are 9 blues and I need 2, 4, 6. So for question 2, you need 6 gallons of red paint. And now our last question is, if we want to make 25 gallons of purple paint, how much red and how much blue will we need? Well, 25. How are we going to handle that? Let me look at my original pattern. Okay, if you'll notice, my original pattern has 3 blues and 2 reds, which is, every batch is going to be, whoops, sorry about that. And let me get that. Okay, which is 5 gallons of purple. Okay, now, what did the problem say? It said if we want to make 25 gallons. So every time I have a little batch here, I make 5 gallons. Okay, so how many times do I have to repeat the pattern? 5 times 5 is 25. So I'm going to have to repeat the pattern 5 times. So I have to repeat the blues 5 times. Okay. And I have to repeat the red 5 times. Okay, now each of these is a batch, right? And there are 5 batches, but how many gallons? If each letter represents 1 gallon, this would be 25 gallons. Okay, and the question is, how much red would you need and how much blue? Let's do blue first. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So we would need 15 gallons of blue, and we would need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gallons of red. And just to be sure, if you add up all the paint, you should get 25 gallons of perfect purple paint. And that's, whoops, perfect purple paint. And that's how you use the strategy of repeating the pattern.